Without wasting your time, we are going to share top 5 best electric brad nailer. The product links are in the description and in first comment. The number 5 on the list is Metabo HPT Brad Nailer Kit. Metabo HPT Brad Nailer Kit, of course Chuck Norris can nail better, but you'll feel like a martial arts wizard of trim too. With this crafty tool in your arsenal. Seriously dude, it's so easy to use, I didn't even read the directions or warnings of use and started using within hours of opening. Be very aware though, nails will not work in this nailer. I overlooked that little important piece when I ordered this to replace my last brad nailer. Grizzly thought I'm an average consumer, not a contractor. But when I buy a tool this like, I want the best one, and I want it to last a long time. I want to buy it once and have it for years. I realize that I am not going to use it every day, but I want it to last as if I will. I cannot attest to that standard. This nail gun feels really nice. I bought it because of the reviews and because everybody seems to rave about Metabo. I jumped on the bandwagon and made it my nail gun of choice. The simple projects that I have done seem just fine. I am happy with the tool and have had no problems. I cannot attest to the durability after years of use or consistent use. For the price, I am fine with it. I am a trim carpenter and love the old Professional and a series nailers that they discontinued years ago. This is not the Pro series, but it was on sale for bucks, and Hitachi Metabo HTP is a good brand. I've used them, man. Dad's shot millions of nails through the old GA guns. These series roofing guns and staplers are like industry standard, along with passload, framing gun passloads. New pneumatic guns are garbage. I've seen break in the first month. I normally shoot Porter cable there, and framing guns are good, the rest are crap and have repetitively gotten somewhere around. Nails are more out of them. They are fairly cheap and you can usually find them at any pawn shop cheap. I use Porter cable daily and needed a spare in case one breaks on site, so I tried this. The gun shoots good and sinks nails fine. However, Hitachi Metabo have changed their triggers from the old ones, and now they all have a long pull of the trigger than a hard shot, which is good for the average user. I like how the old and early models have a short pull of the trigger that you can pretty much just wiggle your finger and shoot multiple nails in a second or less, which is great for installing door jambs or building window jambs where you are shooting or more nails in a row very quickly. This gun doesn't do this as fast or smooth than the Porter cable. Porter cable is the next fastest, smoothest gun I've found for, and therefore I will just buy me another Porter cable gun when I need. These guns are not bad and are a good brand, but for my professional hard fast use, it is not my favorite gun, but it is still getting used daily and has had thousands of nails ran through it with no issues other than the cosmetic plastic. The number 4 on the list is Makita Brad Nailer. Makita Brad Nailer. Makita is one of the renowned brands in the tools industry and has quite a reputation for its quality products, so it's no wonder that they would produce well-designed, robust, and accurate pneumatic brad nailers for their users. Hence, Makita is the newest brad nailer model that comes as a replacement of its predecessor, Makita. It features a durable and compact design that is equipped with lots of easy-to-use handy features. Its robust motor and narrow nose design makes it ideal for a wide variety of finish application. It also features a built-in air duster, which was not in, that provides convenient air flow to clean the work surface. All other features are very similar to its predecessor, but remarkably improved in many cases. However, let's dig deeper into our Makita review and explore what new it offers and what improvements have been made. Do alt disclosure, some links may be affiliate links. We may get paid if you buy something or take an action after clicking one of these table of content. Makita is one of the renowned brands in the tools industry and has quite a reputation for its quality products, so it's no wonder that they would produce well-designed, robust, and accurate pneumatic brad nailers for their users. Hence, Makita is the newest brad nailer model that comes as a replacement of its predecessor, Makita. It features a durable and compact design that is equipped with lots of easy-to-use handy features. Its robust motor and narrow nose design makes it ideal for a wide variety of finish application. It also features a built-in air duster, which was not in, that provides convenient airflow to clean the work surface. All other features are very similar to its predecessor, but remarkably improved in many cases. However, let's dig deeper into our Makita review and explore what new it offers and what improvements have been made. The number 3 on the list is Brad Nailer and Air Stapler. Brad nailer and air stapler. I purchased this nailer for a specific small project. I choose this inexpensive unit, thinking I'd seldom have a use for it. I found it very handy to tack material in position before fastening with a framing nailer in two situations. It's very light and is easy to handle while holding a heavy piece of material with the other hand. Material doesn't move as the brad penetrates, as often happens with framing nails following the grain or hitting a knot once tacked in position. The brads prevent the framing nails from moving the material every now and then. I actually use it for its intended purpose of fastening trim. I'm very satisfied with the quality and performance of the tool. I've had one jam which was easily cleared with the quick release clamp. Hit a knot. I think it's easy to adjust depth and quick and easy to add brads or change sizes. Placed some door trim with ease. Will be placing some other moldings soon. Very easy to use. Came with the nails needed. Might not be high dollar to use every day, but it got my job done and was cheap enough to not have to get a very expensive unit just for a few boards. So far so good and worked great with a tiny little compressor and only filled time. Never used a tool like this before. Skimmed the manual, set the pressure on my air tank accordingly, loaded in the brads and started pumping nails into a test piece of wood. Took some experimenting to get the gauges set correctly, and after that it worked fine. It does occasionally misfire. No nail comes out. I don't know if that is something I'm doing or it's doing. If I am very focused on what I'm doing, seems to work fine after several nails. Once I get into a rhythm, not as focused as much, and that is when it seems to miss a nail. Could even be I've let the pressure drop to low. Still, as a rank amateur, it works for me. I couldn't have finished my molding and trim without it. I needed an air nailer, but budget was getting tight to buy a model. Found this on Amazon and it works great. The only reason I gave stars is that it does misfire. Some all of them do, but this one may be more than an expensive model still didn't happen too often. The depth adjustment also doesn't do much if you were nailing in really soft wood, or it might not work well because even at the lowest setting it sunk the nails and staples about the same as the deeper setting. That doesn't seem to work. The number 2 on the list is WorkPro 6-in-1 Staple Gun. WorkPro 6-in-1 Staple Gun. I was looking for a good staple gun to use it for my garden beds when I found these. Went with these as I had good opinion on WorkPro products. Loading and adding pins was smooth. It is very lightweight and easy to use. I just used one of the options it allows, but with the build quality, I would definitely say that it's world perfectly for all the other kinds. As mentioned, it has good build quality and will last very long. I have used WorkPro products before. They are always good value for your money. I needed a staple gun to upholster chair seats. I have been happy with WorkPro in the past because of their price point and dependability. For us, this is a tool that will only be used a few times a year, so we didn't want to spend a lot of money, yet we wanted something that worked. She shot some staples through it and it worked great. No jamming. No issues. It is lightweight and easy to maneuver, and it is versatile for the price. We are happy. This thing could probably staple it to another one if you had a staple strong enough to take the impact. Good thing it also has a low setting. Kindle out, but it's a staple gun, but it to be useful, not quiet. This gun did not ship with staples, which is honestly fine. There are multiple types of staples that can be used with it, so buy what you need for at a hardware store. Online only improvement would be an easier center point marker so I could easily line it up with what I'm trying to staple. Took me a few practice staples to get it right. I wanted to recover some old furniture, so I bought this to staple in the fabric. It is much easier than using upholstery tacks, and it goes through the thick heavy fabric without a problem. I really like that it blends into the fabric because I think that tacks would distract from the beauty of the fabric. The staple gun is super easy to use and simple to load with staples. It's not too heavy or bulky to work with, but it is rather sturdy and has some heft to it. I think I will be able to get a lot of use out of it. Haven't had a lot of time to evaluate this product, but I purchased it primarily for the versatility and the number of fasteners that it can handle. This stapler can accommodate a number of different fasteners. I like the variable force setting, which in a test proved to be a real advantage when I tried to drive a brad into some hardwood and it didn't drive the fastener flush. Using the lightweight setting, the heavy-duty setting drove it home with no problem. So far, the singular downside I've noted is that the actuator handle is positioned just a little too far high from the grip to allow an easy and natural feel in your hands. The number 1 on the list is DeWalt Brad Nailer Kit. DeWalt Brad Nailer Kit. I wish I had purchased a pneumatic nailer decades ago. My thumbs in the heels of both hands would have appreciated not using hammers and manual push type nailing devices to install shoe molding. I delayed because I had only feet at a time to install, working on a project with linear feet of shoe molding to install against baseboards which had not been properly nailed to the wall studs or not even nailed at. I was looking for a simple, fast and efficient way to nail finger joint and regular wooden baseboard to the sole plate and to studs before installing shoe molding. I started with the old hammer nail set Brad pusher method I had used, but it was obvious that with a home constructed using today's slam bam move on construction methods, I needed something to quickly drive nails into a shoddily framed home. By that I mean studs on centers, incomplete sole plates at the bottom of the wallboard, stuff that, when using a conventional hammer and finish nails, is beat to a pulp or the wallboard is loosened by continual hammering and on. I am so happy that I did the research to purchase a top quality list of items to put together an easy to use nailing rig. I will list these items at the end, but back to this Brad Nailer review. It arrived quickly, fulfillment by Prime, nicely packaged in the injection molded plastic cases included with many DeWalt tools and some brads to get you started. A quick look at the instructions: load with nails and start. I took some scrap lumber and shot about nails into it to get a feel for aiming power and depth. Setting everything worked perfectly out of the box. Dirt, something simple. I was delighted for the shoe molding. I was working with Brad's pounds of air pressure and the factory depth setting was perfect to leave a tiny hole in with the Brad top about a below molding surface for areas where the baseboard needed to be nailed down. I moved to Brad's upped air pressure 2 and clicked the depth setting 2 clicks deeper. Easy to read and understand icons let you know exactly which way to turn the detent wheel forward of the trigger on the underside of the gun to raise or lower Brad depth. It was wonderful to pull that baseboard tight against the wallboard with just a click of the trigger.